What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Manager 2022 Journeyman series. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you've been enjoying it and want to see more. And again, I feel like I'm saying it regularly, but I think it's always just in case, someone new comes along in the video and wonders. But yeah, I'm still recovering. If you want to wonder currently what I'm experiencing, just like with my eyes not being 100% and slightly blurry and a bit more tired. So just with what I'm going through, it's in a slow recovery. But yeah, just so you guys know, and just for playing through the save like each day while it's a bit slower and not playing too much as well. Taking care of myself and not spending so much time on the computer. So hopefully you understand all that and it makes sense. But and it's good that FM is not such a intense game when we're playing it. In terms of you can chill back. You know what I mean. If you're playing something like FIFA and you need to be right into it and make sure you're doing everything well and not slip up. But you get what I mean. Especially when the gameplay processes generally by itself and you make tactical changes. But let's give the update where we're at now. I would have said we kept winning, but the last game I just played now. We lost at home, and that's shocking. I would have expected an away game to be the loss, but we beat them as well. We beat them at home in the cup, which was pretty important, and we look to be doing pretty well there. But if we just go to take a look at the result, or more so our performance, it was like I felt we were better. We created more chances, and I was pretty shocked we didn't get one goal. Like, we only let them score one themselves. And, pretty disappointing that we didn't get one on the board. I think we should have, but who would do for one of those games? And it wouldn't be an episode with Bordeaux without talking about our star boy. His vision, the improving, but work rate. See, work rate is the one that we wanted to target. Work rate and determination have gone directly up, and you love to see that. Just in generally for for any attributes to go directly up, but work rate and determination, we will take that. And touted as the next Mbappe. I told you already in this series and at this club, of course, how that it's rare to be just in case always for the people just coming along, touted as the next Kylian Mbappe. There's no lies here. It's rare for that to be an actual current player and in the save as well, not just he starts playing and then he retires. No, he's still an active player. So it's really intriguing. There wasn't another player for France in the past that he could be compared to. We got to say Mbappe's current ability level. Ooh, who else for France? Even in the past, who's he comparable to? So. Anyway, that's really exciting in itself, and I thought the fact we will play a couple games today, and then we won't play too much off camera, but we will see. It really depends. It depends when the youth intake comes up. We consider maybe not even playing any games off camera, and we just go into, which is a pretty important game as well, like semi. We're into the semis in the cup, the Coupe de France. So I think we should play that as well in the following episode. And hopefully, we can run into a youth intake. But we'll see how all that goes. For this episode, we're going to be rounding up February. But I want to show you guys, we're always big about the finance. And it looks to be pretty, we don't, you can tell that right now, the income versus the expenditure. It feels like there's just a little bit more expenditure, but we're not losing massive money each month. So we're just kind of balancing, if that it makes sense, of the balance. It's not going too far into the red, and it's at a point where it's just under 5 million. It's an amount that will recover come the end of the season, and you get that money in finishing up / going into a new season. And even Monaco there with the 3-3 against Nice. That is a Nice result. It's a nice result. Both sides. If we want to keep top 3 alive, well, it's different. It's what for highest finishes possible. Basically, we could sneak third. Saint Etienne. See what they do. But then there's Nice. in terms of being fourth, who we're thinking about more directly. So I think, yeah, you could say you would have Monaco take all the 3 points and Nice don't get anything, so you're getting closer to them. But I like to think about the highest position possible. But I know for sure PSG is going to get the title, and that's like the challenge within this. And I appreciate all you guys that are leaving the feedback in the comments. A few of you guys getting comments in, just keeping that interaction to keep the series going. Because in my mind, it's already been a factor. I'm like, okay, yeah, how far are we going to take this? And I really want to go hard with, like, it's making me feel like, okay, I want to go hard with Bordeaux if we can manage to win the league and then go on to win Champions League. I mean, that's always the major kind of finishing stage. So, we'll get the feeling when we get to that point and rounding everything up anyway. If we feel that's the right time. But anyway, that's not going to be an easy thing. It's still got a bit of a process about it. So not anytime soon. I'm loving the save itself, that's for sure. So we'll focus one game at a time. Lyon's up next. I know we always point out when we do this here, with opposition instructions. But also, we can look to point out not just who's playing for them, because we'll see that, but that the fact that they've got a really strong connection with their, fullbacks to their wingers. And it's something like where, okay, I don't, you'll notice we go into the games, I don't base many changes really based on the opposition's setup, which, some managers might do that and some players in FM. But yeah, I'm like, okay, that's something we need to look out for. And if we do, maybe there's something we can address. But for me, it's always how the game starts. That's where you can get a feel. If we're going to control it like the usual, because we know Lyon, I feel we just recently lost against a team that's not as good as them. So, but I feel we would do for the loss. But pretty strong team overall. Showed you Diakabi. We're still playing Column. This is the big thing as well. He's having the steady progression. And of course, Greg, we've got guys, I've talked about it, in these positions where we've got set players. Like, I think that's 3 right there. I think he can be good enough to be the number 1 in terms of in our best team, a Champions League winning team. And honestly, saying Champions League winning, saying league winning is like a similar thing because PSG is the opponent. They've got a team good enough to win the Champions League, that's for sure. And the fact he's wanted as well by Club Brugge, man, there's these connections. We didn't manage them, but we were with team rival at Cercle Brugge, but and just the fact that we managed in Belgium. I'll tell you what, there's something there with Ronaldo watching our games as well. Cristiano Ronaldo, who's managing in Belgium. I don't think it can be that lucky. I don't know, man. It's intriguing nonetheless. But our point we're making is we're starting to get staples in the team. Like, definitely, Diakabi, I don't think you can argue that he won't be. He has to be striking position to his own. And then Column, we touched on maybe we can put him in another position. But I think that's just the fact it's a bonus that he's versatile. His attributes so much look like, he's just going to be a fullback. You could even use him at centre back, but then again, he's 185 centimetres. The only thing that lets him down is probably his heading. I just think he's probably going to be better than the normal fullback aerially. Decent height as well. Just let him be a master of the left back position and not trying to work him around in these other spots. Just master that role, because he's still at that age where, he needs to get more experience and, where he is going to lock down that position. So even if he is versatile and can play other positions, it's always a preference to be a key player of one and not a solid player in many. But definitely, I think it is definitely the left back and striker. Greg, if he was solid on 5-star potential and didn't move off of that, like Diakabi, he's that case, he's not budging. He's not budging from that. And the same with Column. We just make sure, you'll have those different, you have a youth player that will sometimes go from that 5 to 4.5 and even drop down to 4 stars sometimes. But then you have others that are just always locked on that 5, and we like those. We like those. Loser. I hadn't started Singh, it's a bit of a rotation job. That's what we've been saying, but that's been the true fact. It's been a real difference. We haven't really had a challenger to rotate with Pablo Martinez, to be honest. He's played a lot of games this season. So, and then a center attacking mid, so with the slight rotations. But Victor, we are pretty happy with him. But I feel like that's a signing we want to target. We want a more specialized. That's where you want to star, like your center attacking mid. But we'll see when the transfer window comes around. For now, let's get into the game. So there you do see the selection, and they've got I always point out when they've like their notable names, Lucas Paqueta, Asim Awar, like. That's a midfield like you don't mess around with. Like, yeah, you're careful of that. You're careful of that. So don't be surprised if we maybe struggle to maintain possession or more than not just maintain but dominate like we usually try and do. Like, you wouldn't be surprised if there was a game we were to struggle. I'd be more shocked if we do play our normal game and control it. Like, yeah, that's going to be a challenge. So I'm going to keep my eyes on that possession. Yeah, go. I'm really intrigued. If we can just avoid Leon dominating us, that would be a win. If it stays a little bit in our favor for the game, like, yeah, I'm really intrigued. Really intrigued how it goes. And of course, it can be deeper than that. Like, we had a chance there, and you could argue our best player in the team and one of our youngest, which we know everything's scary about Diakabi, but we have to be smart because we know you can get punished when you give away possession, but our defending has been equally as strong. And in this, I don't think we have stars. Like, we don't have big names. Okay. Now, I think it has to be for them. Just the fact how long the highlight's been. Come on. Yeah, I kind of felt that right, but at the same time, I feel like it's going to be one that's not given. I feel like it's not going to be given. What I meant there, the offside wasn't going to be given, and the goal was going to be given. Nah, it didn't. It didn't look at all. That's why, once more, I can generally tell. But we're going to see the lines here. Yeah, he was so... Again, not tight, really, in my opinion. I told you, but it's been about us giving away possession. How two chances they had in that last highlight. And you get punished. You get punished. Come on. Hopefully we can have the same thing. Or it's again, us just not like we're having possession. We're in position to create. And this is where the downfall comes. Like, all right, come on, let's see what we do here. Come on, guys. We have a real yes, Diakabi, our star boy. You got to put that home. You equalize that, man. You equalize that. That's the current score it should be, man. That's a great chance. We all know how good he is. He's doing well in training. Attributes going the right way, all the way up. You got to take those opportunities. And another, man, are you going to throw this? I can tell. We're going to have a game where we should have scored. Haven't we got one yet? Honestly, the last two. In another game, we probably could have had 2 goals. But, or maybe one because it wouldn't have been a corner if it was a goal. So, think about that. Come on, Diakabi. He can make a tackle. He'll get the defending part spot on. Come on, man. Look into the stats. Yeah, we need to get a bit close here. But Bordeaux. It's, you look at the stats, it appears like a pretty tight game. But when you see 3-1 for us, like 3 shots and only 1 on target, oh, you've been a bit wasteful. But they've been good chances we've had. Okay, yeah, click over to 2 now. But, it's a huge game. It's disappointing. Really disappointing. Also, I'm not sure if you noticed, sometimes in, like, my highlights... Okay, swallow. In my highlights, the 3D gameplay, then my face cam goes a little bit blurry. I've only noticed that recently, and I'm like, well, I've used the same settings in my software for years, but yeah, I switched it up. Basically, you have to just increase a few more things to make it even higher, a higher rating, higher quality of video, which increases the rendering time, the waiting time to upload the video for me. But yeah, that's kind of solved that. If you noticed it, hopefully, if maybe when the 3D gameplay comes around, it's a bit more crisp. So, what we are going to say... I almost disregard throwing of the water bottle now. When it was added, I was like, oh, it's a cool kind of new feature you can say to your players. But I like to do it with pointing finger. I just feel that's just a bit more... always in FM, I've gravitated... Let me know what you do. Do you do your honest feelings? If you're really mad, you'll throw the water bottle. But something that you know some players won't react well to. I've just always liked... what's going to give my players the best reaction, because I feel that's giving your players like best chance to get the best result you can from the game, which a game like this, maybe that's a draw. Don't know if it'll be a win. But yeah, I just play it smart opposed to let my emotions get the best of me. So it all depends how you want to play the game. All right. Oh, come on. Yes. I was like, my reaction there is like, you better not stuff this up. And he shouldn't. Even though he's still on the younger side, and this is going to mean so much for his future if he's doing that now. But look at this. Look at the run. That was a smart ball, not going to lie. But how good is the run to be in that position? Yeah, great connection between the two there. The timing of the pass was great. But... okay, now we probably can push on. See? Maybe if we threw the water bottle, what happens then? Half the players get that red reaction, a negative reaction, and maybe you don't get that goal. It just, yeah, it's all about being smart. And of course, let's usually step the, yeah. That's been very effective. That's been very effective for me. But you don't want to play that for the full game. So it's not actually the worst time in the game to do that for the rest of it. Or at least until we take a lead. Alright, 2 yellows. It's a tricky one. We are probably going to take off Singh. And again, for Imran Loza there, just, yeah, similar, like-for-like types. Or, yeah, similar quality. And a fresher leg. We bring on Cortez for, yeah, Column. Yeah. It's either I keep one on the bench that can be a fullback sub, just so we can get a bit more support there. But as we do that, I'm glad we didn't concede from a corner. Come on. Still haven't conceded. Is this going to still be alive? Nah, no pulse. Here we go. Oh, instantly after. The highlight could have just continued. It was from that, I think. But, far post, Cortez, it was big, and he won it. Oh, that's going to be, if this can result to a goal, the interception would have been big. Okay, let's build up an attack, boys. Greg goes long. Now we're going to have to defend an attack. My calculator, my mind gets ticking. How long the highlights got? Yeah. It's when you know it's probably going to be for the opponent. And it's just going to be, do they miss it or do they score? Do they miss it? Do they score? Good. That was a pretty weak effort, to be fair, though. Yes. No, we've got to keep going this way. I think, anyway. Martinez on that yellow. What are we looking at? Faris or Valentin? He's come back from an injury. Yeah, actually. We bring on Alice and then switch, if you remember from last time. I just always like to show you, just so you know for sure. Faris, yeah, he's strong on both feet. He's very strong left foot, fairly strong right foot. So, yeah, for me, yeah, you can play him on either side, what really suits us. But could almost be an argument maybe he's better on the right side. We'll just see, though. You could say he's better as a striker. That's his natural position. But, didn't I say we'll encourage? But, okay, Awar is still on for them. They got Bruno G as well. It's just, yeah, strong team. I was going to say I predicted it before. Like, I want to win. You know what I'm, like, I just want, Edouard, we know he's pacey. Has he gone up? No, he hasn't really budged. Not sure if that can do something later in the game. Pablo no. I'm trying to break the rules. I don't know if we budge much more. You could switch formation. I think I forgot to rename that. I remember after a game we went 2 up top and it kind of it worked for us. But we've already made all our subs and we don't quite have the personnel. How does he... Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one. When Pablo Martinez can actually play there, but I don't think his attributes really suit it. This shouldn't work. I want to put him on a supporting duty as a winger. Wait, what's his foot again? He's strong on both feet, man. I'll do inverted winger on support. Yeah, Cortez is ready. You're like, mate, what are you doing? We'll go through the middle. And maybe be more direct later. Later in the game and shoot on sight. High defensive line and get stuck in. What are you doing, mate? You're trying to win it. We're probably not going to see anything. You'd say that's pretty extreme changes. You could have just not done that and waste our time. This game is written as a bloody draw, mate. We got to be played. A game against Lyon. But yeah, we're not surprised. I feel I I've played FM for almost half my life now, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I can tell for the most part, even if we make a pretty number of chances we had, we should have won that. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but again, gets a good reaction. Victor had a good game, obviously. Diakabi, I think, again, in the first half, we had some more chances we could have finished, but you're like, I can just tell personally, even though in real life, that the last 15 minutes is when most chances come. Not for us here, though. not today. I was going to say when it could have helped us gain a bit of space on Lyon. Well, it's better than losing against them. We were in a losing position. Let's take the benefit of that. I'm not going to be like, taking over this job. I didn't expect to win a game against Lyon this first season. When we took over, you wouldn't have thought we'd be in this position, like at this time in the season. There's still a decent amount of games left. Yeah, that it's thrown in the bin thinking about just avoiding relegation. We're trying to do our very best to challenge for a top 3 to get UEFA Champions League. Like that's really there, man. That chance is there. It's up for grabs. Keep winning games. That position 3rd is up for grabs, man. Like, seriously, that is a real opportunity. And not just settling for Europa League this season. as we're looking pretty good for that, getting breathing space outside of the top 6. So, yeah, we're putting ourselves in this position, keep increasing our individual or our own expectations. But I don't think we can be mad at how that match played out. I just think, yeah, we weren't destined to get more than an equaliser. But also, keeping pressure on Colomb, we have got Daryl Fontaine, just put a player of the match performance in, fullback, versatile. We touched on this a few episodes ago where, he's actually right foot is reasonable. You could train that and maybe become, that could be good to strong for him as well. Maybe he could be a midfield position. His attributes though, he's got good potential, but maybe he could develop into another position. He's at the level of being capped for France under 19. So, yeah, he's coming up the system. I don't know if he'll become, good enough for the national team. Then he'd be definitely good enough for the starting team for us. But it's good if he's versatile. Keeps the options open. I don't think he'd play a 2 attacking role anyway because, it's not like we'll say, we'll develop into a winger. He's just probably, he looks like he's probably best as a left back as well. Maybe a case for a defensive midfielder. You look at all those attributes. Could be fair enough, but it's not bad. It's not a bad problem to have. And considering we also had a good game from Frederick here, Frederick Mass, decent potential. We've got a few of those 3.5. We're definitely looking more of those 4.5 and 5-star players, but no doubt we're excited for upcoming youth intake. Hopefully some more coming through. But yeah, considering, 17th, and the last couple games hasn't been the best for us. This one coming up, we don't want to lose it. And Saint Etienne, they won 1-0, so yeah, they advanced. That's what we want to be doing. But yeah, there's still quite a few games left in the season. If we take a look in the schedule, there's we've got there's still so many in between. Is that really going to be the important game? And there's too many results to play out to know. Also, Sissoko, someone who's struggling to get game time. He's not someone we're really considering. We're considering, if anything, just to let him leave. There's always so his first touch really neat. Everything else just, he's one that's simply not good enough, and we don't need to waste time talking about him. It's just, just the way it is. It's probably someone who just should be in the reserves, to be fair. But the first touch attribute's impressive. So, guys, can you tell I wanted to work on our goal scoring and being able to finish chances? Is there anything on this screen that indicates that to you? Let me know. I hate how the game teases me. Marseille. Consider we're already in France. If a job in the same league, because that... Man, they would have better facilities. Just, a little bit. But, we're getting too connected to our team here and players, you don't... But, I don't even know. They got a higher reputation. We might not even get the job. We're wasting time thinking about it, but you just don't know because you're in the division. They can see what we're doing. I think from this point, we're not gonna. But I'm interested in getting a job offer without applying. I wanna see that experience during a time when we're not looking. I had job offers for clubs I didn't apply at before we got the job here, but that was trying to find a new job. It's more so intriguing as well because what's the odds it's going to be a job we want for a job offer we get? Yeah, without really showing interest and being it more random, let's say. I want to get that, and I think we deserve a random job offer. It'll be more just like an ego boost, that's cool to get. But if it's from a team with a higher rep, if it was from Marseille, you probably would consider it. Regardless if we're getting connected to some of our players here. It's a bigger job. But let's put that in the back of our minds right now. That's low percentage that's going to happen. but it's more so just put it out there as a possibility. Oh, here we go. I love how good FM is. Like, FM's got like the nationalities so down pat. Like, for Australia, I'm not sure if you guys notice it more for your own countries, but like, we have a lot of like Europeans in Australia. So like my dad's side of the family's from Malta, and yeah, there's just so many different Europeans in the country. I like how that's reflected. If you're from Australia and you notice that as well, or if you just notice that by playing FM, you're not from Australia, but you notice Australia has a lot of like European names. Yeah, that would be why. It's very multicultural. I mean, Mark Viduka is the cousin of Luka Modric, if you didn't know that. All right, blisters for Adrian Pereira. For obvious reasons, he's got a bit of competition for that left back position. So it's like, okay, it could have been to a better player. It won't be as an annoyance for the next game. Diakabi just stays top of the training ratings. And that's what I said about his determination and work rate going up. Work rate, which is already, a big part of that. It's increased. He just stayed. That doesn't change. Like, it's been like that for the whole season. He's been number one training. Like, highest rating. Like, it just doesn't budge. Yeah, there he is. You know, some get close to him, but yeah, you always just see his head there because he's the GOAT trainer. Surely it's only a matter of time before he just really starts to light things up, and I want him to, like, he's been good this year. I think that's been, like, we don't want to overrate him. Like, he's got 10 goals in 21. Like, that's solid. He's performing. But I think he definitely has another level to step up to in game. Okay, Marseille. Yep. Let's see this here. Do they win? They keep the pressure on us. Now it's time for our next game. Really important. It's away from home, but I think a team that's clearly struggling. They are. But we don't know what's going to happen. Ooh, huge. We've said Pablo Martinez. I'm like, I question who's going to come in for him. Lauza. Oh, I think he can play a defensive role. No, his marking is 12. I think we've got, at least for when he plays that, might go simple and just a central midfielder support. Again, against a side, I think we'll dominate with our midfield, or I'd like to. I considered a straight swap with Hervé, but I just feel a bit of inexperience. He's 21 years old, but still need a bit of growth with him. And yeah, that was just the change I think we make, and that will be the best change. And yeah, playing Singh and Louza together, I don't think... I don't think. We haven't played like this. We definitely have utilized Pablo Martinez a lot in his role. Let's take a look. I think Fernandez Vélez, not bad for a backup, and the fact he can play multiple positions naturally, he's probably going to be the bench. Yeah, we'll just activate that. And then maybe Frosler. As I said, we always like to have just the one fullback. You don't generally make two fullback subs, and the fact he can play on both sides, it could be beneficial. And he is strong on both feet as well, so yeah, I wouldn't hesitate playing putting him left back if I really needed to do that. And yeah, we're going to roll in like this. Pretty happy overall. We're missing a key player for us, without a doubt, as our defensive type of midfielder, ball-winning mid, and not really, not just not replacing with similar player, it's not playing that role. Oof. Yeah, a couple players motivated. Carrillo and Diakabi. A team we've lost against previously. Let's go. And that would have been a home game for the season. But they're getting L's. They're getting so many L's. That's a time you generally say, it's a good time to get them, but you could say they're due for a win. But I like to think we're getting them at a really low confidence time. We got to see. We got to see. That's an early yellow card. How is this game going to start? Is it going to start? Oh, that would have been perfect. Early yellow and then a finished goal. Let's see. Fofana. Don't. We're a little, but see, that's what I mean. That's something that's going to come up. They're a team that's struggling. They're going to be wasting opportunities. A bit too early even for a shout. Let's say elegant. See, now we may do. Just go for a standard encourage. If anything, it's interesting in this game, could be because we're away from home. In this game, we're getting a bit less possession. Yeah. It's going to be intriguing. Come on. What's happening here? Oh, corner. We don't score too many corner goals, actually. Talking about being due for it. Yeah, you don't see a lot. Faris. Was that really worthy of a highlight? Maybe it's kind of summing up the half as well. The game just like, all right, this is what you're doing. Let's take out play out of defense. Just, let's see if play through the middle triggers anything. I mean, I don't think you're going to see a highlight much quicker than after you've made a change. And sometimes, don't be afraid just to make a minimal change because it just refreshes what's going to happen. It just alters a little bit in the match simulation, what's calculated to play out. But you could easily just concede a goal as well. It doesn't mean, make a little change and you're going to score a goal. It could be a bad thing. In the end, not either way. They had a chance though. Okay. So after, we need to win this, man. We need to win this. No, we're staying away from the water bottle. Sing. You haven't even played well. What's your demotivation to that? So, Sing, point finger, I have faith in you. He's still demotivated. I don't know what you want, mate. Why are you demotivated and everyone else isn't? I don't know. What's your problem? I'm like trying to figure it out. Oh, great interception. Oh, terrible tackle. Oh, see, no, that was it. That was a really good interception by them. Creates a chance. But a non-logical reaction. He got demotivated. Why does demotivated equal give away a penalty, FM? I can't even press. Why does it have to be to the most extreme? If that doesn't count as conceding an own goal. Like, seriously, and almost instantly. Nice try. Nice try. Nice try. You were close. But luckily our keeper is OP. Shout out to Greg. Like, I should sub him off, right? Because he's just simply not having a good game. Yeah, after this highlight. Unless he does some other... But it's sus. Like, what? They couldn't have made the point quicker that he wasn't happy after the team talk. And he's got a yellow card. Yeah, it's time for a sub. But, like, yeah, they couldn't make the point more. Oh, God. Come on. Come on. I want us to make a point. Oh, here he is. Here he is. We get a penalty. Maybe did he get a demotivating reaction? Maybe we're not to know. And we'll get a penalty coming out. That actually did look like a penalty. Not all the time you can tell. Oh, Singh! No! This will be drama. This is drama! I can't sub him. I don't know what to do. He's come up and probably took one of the better penalties I've seen in recent times. Just right into the top corner, top bins. You're not gonna save that. What do we do? What do we do? I can't sub him after that. That's turned around his mentality. Unmotivate, you've just scored, mate. I don't know what to do. Apart from telling him to ease off tackles now, he's staying there and you can see the instructions he's got. But, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. That might be the title. Oh, it's just like, nah, you can't tell me that is less than 10 minutes worth of action. What's played out. Just, golly gosh. Golly gosh. We're not going to make a substitution. We're winning. I was going to pray. Let's get another goal. Madness. Absolute madness. Don't tell me it would have been another. That would have been insane. But just not after scoring that penalty. But yeah, looking like we're getting some good form going right now. Playing some good football. Yeah, we chuck a praise. Maybe now, but I don't think you sub unless he starts to get really tired, Singh. He's having, and no, like his body language has at least gone to compose now. How lucky are we, though, that the penalty he gave away was missed or saved by a goat of a keeper? That term is overused, but it's kind of, at this point, you just describe someone who's good. But anyway. But especially after that, like, he's a standout. He's a standout. It just changed the... I don't think we would have went on to, like, win a penalty. You just don't know, though. I wouldn't see... Faris hasn't really done too much. I think we just go Alice. So that's something with Alice, like... It's really intriguing, because if we're not using him as a striker... Do we at all... You're like, no, don't. Don't experiment changing his position. You're like, you try and work it out with Alice on that left side. We're training him. Like, it seems logical, but yeah, his natural position on that right wing. Just the one for now. Intriguing. Just to go over to the custom, I might do this every so often. On the overview, we've got... I guess the fact we've got their formation there... I think we'd like to see the league table. Yeah. We'll leave that there. It's getting really tight, isn't it? The teams that's trying to break down third. So, 20 minutes to play out and hold on. Like, this is probably... Yeah, we've done it enough. I want to go... And we'll go play out of defense now. We switch up the style. Again, it's no major changes. And take up play through the middle as well. Just go to our similar kind of setup, apart from being low tempo. Because we've got a couple changes. Reeve, even though I said he can play left back, a bit more natural on the right side. We don't know if there's going to be... Yeah, you don't know if he can seed another. Let's go. Frostler. When he comes... There's that as well. Gets into an attacking position, gets a shot on goal for a corner. Probably won't be a goal, because that was, I thought that was a highlight, but it's good intent. There we go. Counter, we're really getting him. The fact we haven't got a goal in open play again, and the amount we've worked on. Come on, dear Carby. I was about to say compose, that he was just going to lift it over. yeah, look what Frostler does. Like, even if that didn't directly lead to a goal, he looks dangerous with what he does. That shot, and then he would have got a... Oh! Even if it didn't lead to a goal, he just does the right things. He's good. In the end, we're looking to take Lerza off and bring on Hervé, and yeah, he plays that ball winning. If you just want to, take another look at him, just look at his attributes. I think DM or this role, either DM or ball winning, either way, I think that's what we mold him into, and not a centre back, based off his attributes, height, and get through it. A well-won 3 points and another really good defensive performance. It had to be a pen save, or really it could have been not even a draw, because I don't think we would have got a penalty. I don't think the game would have played out like sorry, keyboard. The sound effects of that. But I don't think we would have gone on to get a penalty shortly after that. Just the mentality of the players would have been different. So big ups to Greg. Ugh. What a star. What a star. That changed the result and how things was going to play out. That was huge. Like, we didn't even have it in us to go score another goal. And you saw the training. What else do we do, mate? Far out. When we know it's maybe a little bit of an issue, and we're maybe relying on a youngster with great talent, though. But anyway, you're not complaining when you get the 3. And just having us hold off the break with Marseille there, just, keeping that, making sure we are strong and start to consolidate this position and hope the teams probably, or just those two, because then there is a bit of break with Lille. Them and RC Lens, we start to see a bit more of a break will be really good to make sure we are, like, for sure in Europe next season, which I think is massive. Even if it's just Europa League, I think our team... Like, I've been saying it. Like, we don't have stars, do we? Like, there's so much... I feel this squad, there's a lot more to do with it. So the fact we're playing this well with how it's looking, like, especially our midfield, I don't think they're that great. And even on the wings as well. Like, I think we can bring in a lot more talent. So, I'm speechless, kind of. Because I know we can bring in a bit more talent, a bit more quality, and then really see what we can do. And then to allow the youth to keep developing, knowing the younger guys will keep getting better. And then, of course, Nice, you wonder why they're in the position they are. 4-1, they did pick up 3 points as well. And that's just to maintain the lead from us. And all right, we've got to keep up our form. We've got to keep getting wins. Who else? All right. Yeah, great. Mate, if you aren't going to praise him, I'm going to go... I'll go handshake. I thought you were brilliant. He was. Let's see. Okay. Just still looking at his attributes. Composure, a bit on the poor side. He's got attributes to work on. I think just the general role. You see the role we are playing. Is I generally use sweeper keeper in my tactics. So... I think he's definitely got it to be number 1. Again, we consider someone maybe more experienced, like if this comes up, or we just keep getting games into them. I said it already because we're so far ahead of our expectations. We're not in a transfer window now, so what can you do anyway? Even if we were in January, we don't have the money to spend too big. I'd give this guy, because it could be so worth it. The question is just, I wonder how good he will be. I mean, shout out Denmark for giving him caps. That's real good. And again, we already talked about the interest. But the fact that he's a starter is, well, I'll say starter, don't know if he is. See that, like, he's only 21 with 4 caps. So maybe he's just starting to get some games. But that's really good, getting some international experience under the belt. Denmark, they'll have the type of games. You expect them to get into World Cup, but for the qualifiers and all that, it's a decent country to be getting international experience from. So huge. it is the question, is he the guy we put it all into? It really depends. You don't know who's going to come up in the market, and if you see someone that's going to be more stronger with a bit more experience, depending how much you can get him for. But we were going to take a look at a bit of the finance and see how that changed. Yeah, we started the episode at the start. We were in the negative, or we were having a loss for the month, and now we're slightly getting a positive. We're slightly in the positive for the month. But I said it's going to be come and go. It's going to be close. If we go, you can take a look at the details. What's been our strongest? The income. Okay. As expected, like TV revenue. Okay, yeah, obviously majority going to be, it's not like the cup's been huge, and expenditure, you see that. It's it's kind of the norm. There's nothing out of the norm there, and that's why it probably is a give or take, not a major profit or major loss either way. And you can see that, if you take a look at how it's been for the year, which is a good thing, that we're not like taking major losses. So yeah, it's pretty good. And we're not even in a European competition yet. You think we get, definitely Champions League. We'd be, consider we want to bring in better quality as well. So maybe higher wage bill, and could cancel it out. We don't know. We've got to see how it all plays out. We're going to leave the episode here for now. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. All the interactions do help on the series, as I did touch on, so we can get recommended for new people. Something you probably don't even realize, and you might be staggering as well. A decent portion, you're like, your subscribers, this many are just watching. This many, obviously that's not the exact same for every video, but there's a portion that are just from recommendations as well. So keep that in mind when you're seeing how the videos go. A portion is going to be from people who are not even subscribed. So if you're one of those, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a video. Join the notification squad so you can be one of the first to see the new uploads, and so you don't miss what we're doing here. So with the Journeyman and the future FM videos to come, because we're strapping in for just to keep making videos as we go, FM series as the years go by. This is my 10th year of making videos. I created my channel in 2012, so we're 2022 now. So the years just go by, the FM content keeps rolling. So yeah, hopefully I've really liked my content the last couple of years with the series we've done. So hopefully you guys noticing that as well, and we keep that going strong. But I'll leave it there for now, and I'll see you guys next time.